Hey guys, Miles here, and I am coming at you today with my 8th place Tri-Brigade deck profile that I played this past weekend at the UK Remote Duel Extravaganza. So obviously very standard, free Fractal, free Kit, free Nerval, 2 Kraz. Not changing it. Jesus, like just opening Kit Nerval was like just Kit Kraz is just so nice. Like so nice. And then for the hand traps, I played free Ash, free Veiler, 2 Phantasme, and I suppose we'll grab these out, and free Imperm. So these are the hand traps. I was toying with Bell, but I ended up taking Bell out. I really like the hand trap lineup, honestly, because I do think Tri-Brigade is just the most popular deck, so these cards are just insane. These can be really good just for like, because sometimes the deck can be weird and just brick, whereas Phantasme can just help that, and it also like threats the Appaloosa. But admittedly, I think Phantasme was probably the weakest card in my deck. But I don't know if that means I would cut him. He was still strong, so I don't know. I'll probably run this hand trap lineup for a while, but I don't blame anyone that cuts like Phantasme. And then the 2 zoos I played were Zoo and Ram and Rat. I know like a lot of people play Borbo, but I want to cut those cards because I don't want all these normal summons in my deck. Like we already have the free Tenki, and we have these 2. Borbo can stop the Imperm on the Borbo. Ram can stop the Imperm on the Borbo, which is like huge. And then this is like just a combo starter anyway. So I only want to play these 2. I don't want to play the Thorough Blades. I don't think they're that great. It is nice having the big attack points. That way, if they do Imperm like Borbo, then normally sometimes, you know, with 16 attack points or maybe 17 if you have the Tenki, then it can still actually like beat over a monster normally anyway. So I understand that. But the Ram, what is it? What did he do? So yeah, I went into I made Ram. I go into Borbo. I go battle phase, and he has a monster. He has like a bigger monster, and he goes Effect Failure. I was like, okay. Well, let's go Chakanine now. Chakanine effect. And this is like doing rat plays. Like Chakanine, bring back the Ram. And now let's go attack with the Chakanine, dies. Attack with the Ram, he dies, but bring back the Chakanine, and then you can make Zeus still. So it's like really nice. You're still able to get that attack off with the XYZ. So yeah, I just really like Ram. And even like because of Ram's 2k defense, one time they contact seed me. This was actually the round 3, so the cheater, the virtual world player. So he actually contact seed me, but I was able to then switch contact seed. Like, you know, he didn't clear him, and then next turn I was able to put him into attack mode, clear the contact seed, get the attack, and like, you know, it's big. So that's the monsters. For spells, we have the free Tenki, we have the free Desires, 2 Tacticians, Triple Tactics Talent, Call by Grave, and Barrage. Obviously, just a power card. Call by Grave is kind of subpar, but it's good. Like, there's so many cards it can't hit. But, you know, it's just a good card, so I'm going to keep it in. And the Triple Tactics were really nice, but at the same time, they were like Phantasme. Like, there's just sometimes you don't... My issue with them is that there's just some matches and some, like, you know, games where you just don't get to activate them, you know? Your opponent can play around this as much as they... You know, there's only so much they can play around it, but, you know, certain decks just don't even play into it. So it's just, like, stuck in your hand and you never get to use it. And then, like, Phantasme can just be iffy as well. But they were good. You know, they were good. I don't regret playing them, but I will consider changing them. And then we got the free Strike, the 2 Revolt, and the Order. I liked playing 2 Revolt. I used to play 3, clogged sometimes. I just like playing 2. Yes, Desires gets a little bit more scary, but that's why you'll always see me normally Fractail before I activate Desires, which is questionable sometimes as well, because if I don't have Engine and they've ashed my Fractal, then I can't do much, but it worked out for me. So that's the main deck. Minimal changes I'd like to make. I do really like the list. Before this event, I wasn't playing the Triple Tactics, and I wasn't playing the 3rd Veiler, and I was actually playing free Torrential Tribute. I went back to the Torrential Tribute build, because I thought it's just kind of really good against Prank Kids and stuff like that. But just throughout like a lot of testing, it wasn't it. You know, I thought there's better cards to play. Extra deck is very standard. Almirage, Double Dragon Lords, 2 Blossom, Bear, Rugal, Bird Dude, 2 Root, 2 Shirag, Appaloosa, Access, and then the Zodiac stuff. Very standard. Not a word to say about those. I got Contacting Seed. Is it Contact Seed? Someone activated that on me for like the first time in a long time. So I was like, oh man, I kind of wish I had the Earth Charmer, but no, it doesn't come up enough. I think if you're playing that card, it's just wrong. Just play like Lancia, bro, or something like that. It's just better. My side deck, I wasn't overly happy about. There's so many cards that are like, there's so many decks that are really good this format. You can't like side really efficiently for all of them. But this was my side. So I ended up only being able to play 2 of the Cycle Reader. I played 2 Droll. So this was like, I really want to play these cards because they're amazing against Drytron. And because this is once per turn, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go 2 and 2 rather than like 3 and like something else maybe. Didn't play against any Drytron. So these didn't really see much play. Droll came in a few times, but that was it really. Skullmeister, because I am really scared of Prank Kids. So we played 3 of these. We played the Duster. The 2 new additions, and man, they helped. They carried some games. Forbidden Droplets. I was iffy because so we're playing 2 Forbidden Droplets and then we're playing 3 Twister. A lot of the time, they would both be coming in, and I didn't like that because it's like I'm putting so many cards in my deck now where I have to discard to like do stuff like Karaz, Twister, Droplets. I was like, oh, this feels a bit iffy. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to play a 3rd one. I feel like I have so many hand traps that it's good enough as it is, and then just maybe seeing this as a bonus is fine. So I think playing 2 of these are fine. Twister at 3. I was scared of backrow decks, scared of Prank Kids. Maybe I'll cut 1 and play 2s. I hate playing 2s. I want to play 3s, like just 3 of everything. But we've got the Duster, and then we've got like Skullmeister. So I don't know. Maybe we'll cut this. I'm thinking maybe we'd cut this because Drytron just don't seem that popular. So like currently my thoughts are maybe we'll cut these 3 cards, you know, a Twister and 2 Cycle Reader. And then the final cards were 2 Anti-Spell. So say a lot of 2s just because I wanted to be able to fit in like as much variety as possible to try and counter all the decks. I quite like these. They came up a lot. You know, with you've got the Imperial Order in these, and then you have the Ferrojeet draw, you know, to draw one and put one back. You have like a decent amount of digging, and when they come up, they're so good against, once again, Drytron. They're insane. Prank Kids against like Jake, this is the only reason what allowed me to win game 2, because otherwise he was like stealing that game away from me. This held me in there for quite a while. So yeah, I don't hate the card. I mean, Sky Striker is pretty good. So yeah, that is the list. I am quite happy with it. I can see why some people might not love it, because it is very weird. Like I think the side deck could be I think there's room to improve in the side deck. Obviously the extra deck is like, you know, that's just fine, it's perfect. And then the extra deck, that was like the worst fan ever. The main deck, it's really just like Phantasme, the triple tactics. The Call by Grave, I think, is even questionable. I don't want to cut Imperial Order. Imperial Order's too good. So yeah, I think like just those are the only cards I'd consider changing. Other than that, every other card's like pretty standard. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Good to finally be back in, like, you know, top an event. It is only an extravaganza, but still, I'll take it. But yeah, enjoying the deck. Really, I'm just waiting for Soul to come out. I can't wait for that deck. But yeah, we'll see how we do in the Remote Duel Invitational Qualifier. They haven't announced it yet, but when they do, we will likely be playing this deck again with some changes and tweaks. Very quickly, some shout outs. Shout out to Ashley from the Goblins and Louis the Mannix from the Goblins. Louis the Man Mannix. They lent me some cards and sold me some cards for the event, so thank you very much. Shout out to United Ghosts as my team. We actually took the event by storm. We actually won the event. And we had 4 features on Farfetch stream, which is pretty cool. So shout out to Janice. He came first place with Shadow Invoked Dogmatica, something like that. You know, just that deck where it's like all a mishmash. So yeah, we did really well there. And then shout outs to my wife for supporting me, making me tease throughout the day. And shout out to all the judges. Because Remote Duels, I can imagine, is such a headache to like judge these with some of the cheaters and stuff. I would not want to do it. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to Father for streaming it. Shout out to everyone. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, peace, peace.